Hi, my name is Kiana Sanders. I am doing my final project on orgasms and the sex cycle. I chose this topic because I myself lacked information and I mostly wanted to be able to inform others, such as my friends.
Well, I think an orgasm is like when you just feel real good during sex. It's just I don't know. I don't know the science behind it, but yeah.
Okay. Um, when I hear the word orgasm, I think like obviously the literal meaning of it because that's really the only definition I know of orgasm versus like I guess you can use the word orgasm in like a contextual way, like orgasmic reaction, orgasmic feeling. But anyway, we're talking about the sexual form of orgasm. Orgasm to me is um, when a person is in a form of intercourse or any type of sexual pleasure and they reach the highest climatic like part of it, and I forgot exactly what happens in the brain, but it's basically like orgasm. It feels great. um, it's like the ending to all the build up of that, so yeah.
According to Merriam Webster, an orgasm is intense or paroxysmal excitement, especially the rapid, pleasurable release of neuromuscular tensions at the height of sexual arousal that is usually accompanied by the ejaculation of semen in the male and by vaginal contractions in the female. Other words to describe orgasms or replace orgasm is peak, spasm, or climax. The Greek word for orgasm is orgasmos, meaning to be lustful. In a study examining sexually active women who completed an online survey questionnaire measuring social sexual orientation, orgasmic function, and sexual satisfaction, on average, women in committed relationships reach orgasm more than those in casual relationships. To address social sexual orientation, the meaning is the willingness to engage in sexual activity outside of a committed relationship. Higher social sexuality was associated with higher orgasmic function in casual sex, but was lower in sexual satisfaction or pleasure. Satisfaction was found more in women who were already in committed relationships. To start, I wanted to address the meaning of the word fiend or fiending, which means to pretend to be affected by. This study examined 230 men ranging in the ages 18 to 29 years old, having pretended orgasms with their current relationship at least once. The more often a man fiend with his current partner, the higher his sexual satisfaction, whereas the longer his relationship, the lower his sexual satisfaction. Men reported most commonly feigning orgasm to create the semblance of a mutual experience of pleasure and to make a partner feel good. Data from this research indicated that men do feign orgasms and motivations are associated with sexual and relational outcomes. This study was based in Canada and it focused on the personal, interpersonal, and social cultural importance of an orgasm. The results found that men's orgasms are described as simple and women's are complex. Also, to describe the women's orgasms is mysterious or inconvenient to a man's. Women's orgasms correlate to their partner's skills, so Inexperience or poor skills affect a woman's orgasm, according to this research. Participants reported orgasms were more difficult to reach or more unlikely to happen when a certain quality or qualities are absent in a relationship. One male reported that emotional connection, trust, and comfort would contribute to this.
Nah, I don't know what the sex cycle is.
I think the sex cycle is kind of like the start, middle, and ending of a sexual encounter. Kind of like, I guess, if we're thinking in terms of just sex, like the startup, so like foreplay, feelings and emotions and build up of sexual tension, and then it happening, and then your build up to the orgasmic state, and then like the cool off, recollecting yourself, returning back to a normal state. I feel like that's what the sex cycle is. Um, yeah.
So the sex cycle includes 4 phases. It is almost similar to what my female perspective stated as being a build up. The first phase being excitement, which can be smells, touch, sound, etc. Then you have the plateau phase, which is a steady period. Next comes your orgasmic phase, so ejaculation or spasms may occur, and finally resolution. Women tend to have way shorter resolution periods than men, meaning men need rest or a timeout to recoup, but women can have orgasms one after another if they really wanted to. I feel men and women should be aware of their own orgasms as well as their partners to see what's working and what needs to be worked on. Communication and having good relations within a relationship seems to play a role in determining if orgasms are reached. It's important to acknowledge the sex cycle, but to remember everyone's bodies function differently and to explore rather than to generalize.